If you use a PS5 controller, stick around to the end of this video. I'm going to try to keep it quick, but real quick, over the last year, I got all these different controllers because you can't overclock the Xbox controller. So I wanted to mess around with the PlayStation controllers. As you see on the screen, we have 3 PlayStation 4, 3 PlayStation 5, and then 4 Xbox. They're all pretty much different. Top left, PS4 with PS5 thumbsticks. Next to that, a regular PS4 controller. The red one is a PS4 with Xbox thumbsticks. Then the light blue one is a stock PS5. The one next to that is PS5 with Xbox thumbsticks, and then the one next to that is a PS5 with Scuff Reflex thumbsticks. And then on the bottom, you have 3 regular Xbox controllers and then an Elite next to that. While I had the camera, I figured I'd show my setup real quick, so here you go. For the monitor, I got a 360Hz BenQ, and then in the PC, which is basically the size of a shoebox, I got a 4090. Literally, the people at Micro Center said this wouldn't even work, that it wouldn't fit, but we made it work. But anyways, from using these controllers over the last year or so, I've realized that the PS5 controller has a very high tension or increased resistance compared to the Xbox and PS4 controllers. Alright, just so you guys don't think this is like my opinion that the PS5 controller is like tighter, I pulled up some chat GPT. But yeah, I think the PS5 controller was more crafted towards like driving games and stuff like that because you have like the haptics, like all the different technology in it. So the PS5 controller, as you see here, has like the highest tension compared to the Xbox and the PS4, which through messing around with them, I've realized that the PS4 and the Xbox are pretty much the same, it seems, and then there's like a noticeable difference in resistance in the PS5 controller. So through using these controllers, I've noticed that increased tension on the PS5, particularly when I'm snapping from target to target. It just feels like a little slower, more restricted, a little delayed. So I'm making this video to tell you that if you use a PS5 controller, you should probably up your sensitivity just by a little bit. Like I use 1.65 for each. I think if I were to just use the PS5 controller, I'd probably up it to like 1.9 or like 2, just because of that increased tension. It would kind of even it out between the other controllers. Because I think most people will like copy the professional settings, and it doesn't take into account little nuances like this, like the thumbstick tension, because if you're copying someone's sensitivity and they're using a PS4 controller, that increased tension might, bump it down a little bit. So to even it out, I'd say if you use a PS5 controller, try messing around with your sensitivity, bump it up like a couple notches, and then, it should probably even it out. But yeah, it's just something I've noticed, so I wanted to make a video on it. I told you I'd keep it quick, so I'm going to end it here. Make sure you like it if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next one.